You know how as a black person you always hear, it's not about your race, it's not about your race, it's not about your race. And you don't seem to hear any other race get that lecture, and it's mainly white people who give the lecture of it not being about race. There was a video that I saw on YouTube. It was in a short story, and it was Ben Shapiro who was, I think, getting asked questions by two black people. I'm not exactly sure who they are, but, or I think it was a debate. And he was saying, it's not about your race, it's about your culture. Black people associate culture with food, language, attire, and music. And attire also includes hair. And especially for us in particular, it means a lot to us. But that's all we associate culture with. Culture isn't simply the product. There's a whole bunch of things that create that product. And a lot of it has to do with interactions between each individual in that community, right? So when Ben Shapiro says it's about the culture, or anytime you hear somebody say something about the culture, we get mad because we think they're talking about that. It might be some racist person or someone who doesn't understand the culture that might make fun of that, but that is not what the people that are trying to get it through your head are talking about when they're saying your culture is dangerous. You think they're trying to say, oh, they don't want us to unite. It's dangerous because if our culture gets some type of notoriety, we'll be powerful. And that's not what they mean. They mean it's dangerous to us. And when it becomes a danger to them, that's when they're going to step in. That's when they're going to care. And that's when they're going to say, you need to stop. You need to pipe the fuck down. And when that happens, you sit there and say, white people don't need to be in black people's business. Stay out your business. Stay out of my business. It's not your business. This is not your place. But because Takeoff ends up getting shot, I see a whole bunch of black women in particular telling white people that they are hypocritical for listening to the music from the artist, but not caring about the artist once he dies. Didn't y'all just say you ain't want these motherfuckers in your business? Education amongst kids. The job market when it comes to men and their willingness or their choice to jump in and get to work like everybody else. The crime rate. Who gets affected by the crime rate the most? The mortality rate in the hospitals. The way y'all treat each other on the street. Every single thing that we do, we blame the system for. And we want so badly to blame everybody else who isn't even in the same phenotypical section that we're in. How the hell is Susie responsible for your inability to not shoot someone every 5 minutes when you're upset? Because you think you have the right to do that. But somehow it's Susie's fault and the system's fault. Part 2 coming up.